In this video, I'm going to talk about a alternative farming strategy for farming T17s in T16 maps. Alternative to the most popular strat that I have seen, which is the triple multitudes cartography of multitudes. So let's first go over the atlas tree. It's a pretty standard atlas tree. You'll see the same thing from most other strats like this. We just take all the domination stuff, all the map stuff, some scarab stuff. I go for red altars because my build struggles with quite a few of the blue altar mods, but if your build can do it, then I definitely recommend the blue altars. Blocking some stuff for better scarabs and a little bit of ritual altar spawn chance for the extra mobs, and sometimes you can get some good omens. But yeah, pretty straightforward tree. Getting all the pack size for the altar stuff, quant wheel, the increased effect of maps at the top. Yeah, pretty standard. And now to go over the strategy itself. The scarabs we are using are cartography of escalation, because we are running 8 mod corrupted maps. So this is an easy choice. And then we have the pack size, influenced monster pack size. This is to help our drops from the altars, chaos, scarabs, just general currency that you get from those, so that's really nice. And 40% increased magic pack size. This synergizes very well with the shrines, because we're using shrines on the map device, so we're getting a total of 7 shrines, not including the one on the atlas tree. So those all are guaranteed to be surrounded by a blue pack, which is getting the 40% pack size from that. So we're getting a lot of blue mobs. This translates into just a lot of drops in general. I run with a pretty strict filter, so I'm basically only picking up good currencies, scarabs, T17 maps obviously, and some other stuff that we'll go over in a bit. Now, for this test, I'm not... well, I've done a test, I should say, and I have not included the price of actually dropping the 8 mod maps. That's because I personally am not going to sell them. But if you were concerned that this does not drop as many, or this is not dropping any 8 mod maps, so what I do is I swap out a domination scarab with the cartography scarab of corruption when I'm running low. Here's my stockpile, so when this gets low, I'll switch it out with this, and to replenish it a bit. Or you could just run with this all the time and sell those 8 mod maps. That's completely up to you. I personally don't like selling, or can't be bothered selling those, so I don't do that. What I do is all the maps I am not going to run, I just store like this, and I feed them to my mappers in King's March. So you always have a big supply of maps to feed to your mappers. And I've scried Underground Sea to Toxic Sewers. Toxic Sewers is the map that I'm running, and then I have favorited. And the Underground Seas that I drop, because Underground Sea drops Divine Beauty. That's why I scried it onto here, so we're dropping Divine Beauty from Toxic Sewers. And the Underground Seas that I got, I will give those to my mappers, and every now and then I'll get a Divine Beauty from my map runners. So that explains that, I think, pretty well. Let's get into the results. So here is the result from a 50 map test of triple multitudes, escalation, and corruption. So we have, let's see how many, 35 T17s, 5 Divine Beauties, Invitation obviously, some currency, some scarabs, cards, a bunch of stuff that's pretty easy to sell. Like I said, my filter is very strict, so everything in here is... I pick up everything that's on my filter, and this is what it was. So that's the 50 map test. And these two are 100 map tests, but in the spreadsheet that I made, I just cut the value of the tab in half to simulate a 50 map, you know, to get an equal comparison. So yeah, we have our T17s, our currency. It's basically the same stuff, just more of it. Some good scarabs, good currency items. Got unlucky with the divine beauties here. This test is with double domination. And then this one is the same 100 maps, but just with a corruption scarab instead of a domination. Less maps, obviously, because we're losing the extra monsters we get from the 2 additional shrines. Got luckier with the divine beauties, good currency drops, good map, same stuff, just slightly less of it. Right, let's get into the actual breakdown of the exact profit from Wealthy Exile. So here we have the amount I made from the triple multitudes strat. 50 maps, we made 40 divines. And here you can see all the stuff. And in the other 2 tabs, we made 76 from the double domination and 71 from the corruption plus domination. So now you might be thinking, well, it's very obvious, you know, once you half the profit of these 2 tabs, it's obviously less than the multitudes result. So there you go. It's worse than triple multitudes, right? Well, when you factor in the cost, which is what I've done here, we have the cost of all the scarabs and the mapcraft, and then we have the total cost to run 50 maps at the bottom here, and then we have the profit of the tab here, and we have the profit, the total profit when you minus the cost of the strat, and then we have the per map profit in, this is all in chaos obviously. And doing this, you can very easily see that we make quite a bit more from this scarab setup, obviously when you're not including the 8 mod maps that you would be dropping. Now, that's the thing, is even if you add in the Scarab of Corruption to my strat, you're still making more per map than the multitudes. And you're going to be getting 8 mod maps from this as well, if you wanted to sell those. So, overall, I would say this is the best option if you sell 8 mod maps. And if you don't, then go with this setup. And yeah, I think that's pretty good showcase. Also, another benefit is that, you know, because you've got so many shrines, it's a very easy strat to run. You don't need a good build. And all the scabs are really cheap, so it's very easy to get into and start making a lot of money. Now, obviously, depending on how fast you can clear the maps, you can range between sort of 15 to 20 divines per hour. Let's say if you clear 25 maps an hour, with this setup, that's going to be like, what, 17, 18 divines? So yeah, pretty good. The faster you run the maps, the more money you make, obviously. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video, and thanks for watching.